Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Mexican in the Philippines. Make sure you hop the like button, guys. This is a video reaction. Uh, I found this kind of interesting. We're gonna watch the video, all right, and I'm just gonna give my reaction, and I'm just gonna give y'all tips, all right. I'm just gonna give y'all tips, and I'm just gonna give my opinion, okay? This video is not to look down on anyone um, or talk bad about anyone. This is just giving my thoughts, my reactions, and that's it. All right, let's see. Now, this is an interesting part at the end, so I'm gonna start out with this.
Headache to have to deal with. So that's what happened.
What would you tell other expats coming in?
Be very careful. There are many dating apps and sites to go on, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
You meet somebody.
After you watch this video, you're not gonna want to take advice from him.
And establish a connection before you come here. But, don't, there are many red flags. Some say, well, I can't talk to you unless you buy me a phone. My phone's broken. Sending money is a big red flag if they keep asking for money. I did send a little.
Now, the phone thing, buy me a phone, that is not a red flag. That is not a red flag. This guy, he's never lived in the Philippines. He's out here trying to give advice already. Um, Now, good luck to him and everything. I wish him the best. But let me tell you something. a lot of people out here, bro. You're in the province. A lot of people. There's some that don't have a phone. Now you wanna date a person. There's type of situations. You're dating a province person or something. So buying a phone, there's nothing wrong with buying a phone. You don't have to buy an iPhone, a Samsung S23. You could buy something simple.
Which to me was okay.
Sure.
But if they start asking for large sums of money, and like I said, I even had a friend of mine interview her, and her.
Now, if they start asking for money, like a lot of money, yeah, don't do that. All right. Let's take it to the very start, and let's see all the red flags this guy that he just didn't see.
Okay. I was toying with the thought,
Ignored.
and with
Talked about it, and wow, I've heard of variations of it, but not all the things that happen. So,
well, the first thing I want to say, I'm not doing this for revenge or anything like that. I just want to do it for any of the guys that are planning on coming over here or are just new to being over here.
sure.
Just take your time with the person, get to know them really well before you dive into anything. So,
I'm guilty of it.
Guys, how old is this man? He's giving advice to really get to know a person. Take your time. Like, that's common sense. You need to, people need to act their age when they come over here, not act like a little kid that's going into puberty and he ready to smash.
Myself. So.
live and learn.
Well, okay, let's start first. When did you decide to move to Bacolod, and why here?
I had a friend that was already here before me. I went to high school with.
Okay.
And so that was a good landing spot.
And he's married to a Filipino.
Yeah, he's been here like a year prior to me. He kept bugging me to come over, and I was toying with the thought. And with my company being sold off, I decided to retire early. And so I started looking for somebody that was in Bacolod on a dating app. So that's my whole.
No, he did the right thing. He had money to come. He didn't just came broke.
Reasoning for Bacolod.
Okay. So this was in when, 2023 sometime?
Yeah, I actually came over in September of 2023. I had met her online 3 months prior, and we just had a relationship going. And everything seemed to be fine. I even had my friend and his Filipino wife interview her before I came over. They gave her the thumbs up. So
we won't get personal details on her, but she was age how old?
She's 34 and informed me she had never been married and had no children.
Never married, no kids, 34. And you showed me a picture. She looked fantastic. I mean, really
she's a beautiful girl.
And beautiful, yeah. Okay, so you get here and you meet her, and how soon before you guys got a place together?
As soon as I got here, she found a place before I arrived, so we'd have somewhere to go. It was a condo, small condo. I was paying 30,000 pesos a month for. I didn't know all these things, so I let her set it all up.
I don't know all these things. How are you gonna go to another part of the world not knowing nothing and just dumping money wherever, First of all, he hasn't known the girl for that long, right? And he barely came here and he's already trying to get married, all right? At the end of the video, he gives you advice to be patient. My guy, not to be mean, but look at your age. All of that you're saying, it should be here. You should be a wise man. Your age, at the age that you have, your mentality should be there. Your mentality is like a 15-year-old.
And when I arrived, 5 of her family members were there to greet me. We all went out to dinner that I paid for everyone.
Of course.
And then we went to the condo and
Never met the family first before coming to the Philippines. Never even met the family.
So that's the beginning of.
So you were there, I guess, a couple months in the condo, and then you started realizing, whoa, I can be getting a lot more house for a lot less price.
Yes. Close by was a neighborhood that had quite a few houses in it, and found a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house that was half the price that I was paying for the condo.
Right.
And so we decided to move there.
Okay, so
after 2 months.
After 2 months, you guys decided to move to this new location, and it was just going to be you two, correct?
That was my understanding.
And then what happened on the day you moved in?
Well, we moved in, and all of her family, I think about 12 family members, decided to move in with us.
12 family members.
So
two bedroom.
2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. And, right prior to moving into the house,
well, you're in a different culture, Filipinos here, they'll be a lot living in houses, that's the culture here, so I mean, I could kind of give that a pass once you know the culture, but the wife should tell him, hey, what do you think, they're gonna come, obviously they didn't tell him anything, they just swarmed in there.
We were gonna start planning on getting married in the end of November.
Oh wait, it gets better.
That was also in the works. So we were living in the new 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house for a short time. I said, this isn't going to work. So on the other side of the neighborhood, they had larger houses. So I found one over there, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house that was $25,000. So we all moved to that house.
Now, at this point, were you okay with the 12 people, or were you just kind of tolerating it?
Yeah, I am a man of great patience. I'm low-key, quiet. People say I'm too nice.
Patience, but you didn't have patience to get to know her first. You were rushing to marry her.
So I just was letting it play out to see, how things would go. Now,
sure,
I didn't like the fact that I was paying for everything. Not one person helped chip in for anything.
Right.
So I was basically ending paying 50,000 pesos a month, with rent, food, and utilities
for the all 12.
And all I had was the money I saved up from working because I couldn't get my.
He saved up money from working. He's already landed here. Within a couple of months, he's overspending. Why? Because this guy, he didn't take the time and the patience. Like he said, he's a patient man, but he never came to the Philippines and he stayed and experienced. You gotta be able to come out here and live and experience and explore and see things. How much is this? How much is that? How much or how long does it take to make the peso? So from the get go, he's already messing up. He's blowing through money.
Pension until the next year, when I turn 62. So
Gotcha. Okay, so you moved to this bigger spot, and so there's 2 of you, and then 12 additional, so around 14 people.
Yeah, there was 14 roughly coming because
14.
somebody would come
Whoa.
and somebody else would leave, and like, who is this?
Like a
That's my
rotation
brother.
people.
That's my, and 7 or 8 of them were children. And she said they were her sisters, children, some working overseas, cousins.
Man, grab your coffee, grab your Red Horse, cause it's getting.
Children. One cousin ran away, left her child.
So a bunch of children, but they were not hers. They were all like
Yes,
of her.
that was what I was told.
So what happened? What happened after this?
So we planned the marriage.
Okay.
We got married. Then we went on a honeymoon, the Bantayan Island.
Okay.
And came back. And her brother had a girlfriend, and they had broken up.
Okay.
So the
plug it.
ex-girlfriend actually messaged me and wanted to meet me and speak to me.
Okay.
So I thought it was kind of odd, but I
You
kept it to
unplugged it?
myself, and I went and met her. And she didn't want anybody knowing that I was meeting her.
Right.
So she said 6 of the children are my wife's. And
Oh.
I was in a state of shock. The whole family knew. Nope.
Oh, imagine. That is crazy. But you know why this happens? Because he's saying he's a patient man, but he honestly, we can see he's not a patient man because he rushed into this. He tried to make it happen as fast as he could, and now he's surprised. Let me know what y'all think about this.
Nobody told me. The whole family knew when we got married.
They were all
Nobody
in
told
on
me.
it.
Everybody knew what was going on. So I was very shocked, upset, changed into being mad. And it wasn't a pretty situation.
Did you confront her at that point and say?
I went back home,
Okay.
and I'm not usually one that gets really mad or yells or screams or loses my temper, but I was very mad, and I called everybody that was downstairs. They lied to me, let me marry her without telling me she had 6 children.
Jeez.
So I proceeded to go upstairs and start packing because I'm leaving.
Okay.
And they all ganged up on me and wouldn't let me take my things and leave.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was a crazy scene. So I was able to escape. The smaller house on the other side of the neighborhood, my friend that was already here moved into that house because he liked it. He was out in Victoria's and wanted to be closer to Bacolod. So I ran across the neighborhood to his house, and I was there a couple hours, told him what happened.
Okay.
And I decided to return to try to get my things. So I go over, and everything I owned had disappeared from the house. My laptop, my passport, all my clothes, everything I owned over there, except my motorbike. So I got my motorbike and I went back to his.
So basically, he's just gonna say that he got blackmailed. They're trying to get more money from this guy to give him his belongings. Guys, if you're dating someone and you feel something that you think is not right, or you think that something is going on, like it's going on, all right? Now, this happens. Why does this happen? The love scams and all of that. Like, like I said, a lot of people got to learn from this. It happens because you meet someone and you're trying to seal the deal. You're trying to. These people don't even know these girls for that long, and he's already over here buying a house and wasting all this money. Like, guys, think with your head up here, not down here. You know, it's just my thoughts. Like I said, I'm not doing it in a mean way, but I mean, come on, man, come on, guys.
And I didn't know what to do at that point.
So after that happened, what did they want? You said they took their stuff.
Yes. When I went back, my things were gone. They told me they wanted 50,000 pesos, all my gold jewelry, my motorbike, which I refused.
Yeah.
And like I said, I went back over to my friend's house, and I stayed there a couple days trying to figure out what to do. I don't have any clothes. I don't have any personal items, nothing. Except what's on my back. I was harassed. She said she was going to call the police and all this other stuff. And
she actually showed up, right?
Oh yeah, very, very mad. She has a very hot Filipino temper.
Right.
And I was, threatened, and I didn't want to go to the police because I wasn't sure, because we were married, and people tell me, well, she could make up a story I hit her, or I could get thrown in jail. Or, So I let time pass, and I actually went to a lawyer.
Okay.
And they checked on my marriage paperwork.
And
it was never registered. So with 1 year, I was told by the lawyers, if you don't register it, in certain marriages, you have to register it yourself. And some, I was told, it's automatic.
So, not only he got lied to, he got scammed, and he couldn't even marry her. She never processed the paperwork. Most likely, she was already married.
We had to take the paperwork to register it. I don't think she knew this and was never registered. So after 1 year elapses, I'm told, it's null and void. There's no marriage. So that's what happened. So that's how I got out of that.
So the marriage was null and void. Yes. Thank goodness. Otherwise, you would have had to go back to the U.S.
Yes, or annulment or some other headache to have to deal with. So that's what happened.
What would you tell other expats coming in?
Be very careful.
Now he wants to give advice. Do you really want advice from this guy?
There are many dating apps and sites to go on, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
You meet somebody and establish a connection before you come here. But,
Isn't that common sense? I mean, isn't it? He's giving you advice. Get to know someone, establish a connection. Come on, man.
There are many red flags. Some say, well, I can't talk to you unless you buy me a phone. My phone's broken. Sending money is a big red flag if they keep asking for money. I did send a little, which to me was okay.
Sure.
But, they start asking for large sums of money, and like I said, I even had a friend of mine interview her, and her sister and sister-in-law came, and they passed with flying colors. They all had the same story. She said she hadn't been with a man in 6 years, and well, when I arrived, there was a 4 or 5 month old baby that was hers. So,
so she literally just
had a baby 4 or 5 months before I arrived.
Wow.
So,
and you said you showed me a picture, beautiful.
Oh, you can't tell that her body looks like she's 20 years old. You couldn't tell that she's ever had one child.
Yeah.
Which.
So was he even talking to her for more than 9 months? I don't even think this guy was even talking to her for a year. Let me.
Again, very lucky that she's built that way, but her and her whole family pulled a big scam over on me, and I I probably spent the whole time that I was with them $1,000,000 pesos.
If you could go back and do it again, and you would have, at the point where the 12 family members came, what do you think?
I don't know if he's telling all the truth, to be honest. You know, guys like this, come out here and yeah, he says he don't want to get revenge or nothing, but he makes other people look bad. Like, let's be honest, okay? Now, not not every person here is an angel. I'm not saying that. But this guy, he's guilty as her. You can't blame the lady 100%. You cannot, because he said it himself. He's giving advice from the stuff that he just went through. He's trying to give advice, talking about be patient, build the connection. Like, duh, how old are you? This dude is like maybe twice my age. Well, not twice my age. I'm 37. He's probably like 50. He's up there, late 40s. Okay, you imagine this guy is gonna have more knowledge here. So yes, it's yes, they scammed you if his story is true, but you let them, because you came here not knowing a clue of what to do. Lord knows how long you dated her, because you didn't know when he was here. She had a baby that was 5 or 6 months. So the year prior, when she was pregnant, he didn't even know. I think this guy met her within 5 or less months, and he was already over here trying to get in that good. This happens not because of women like this. This happens because of the simps, the impatient, the desperate man. Like, be patient, guys. Be patient. Get to know a person. Don't meet a person 1, 2, 3 months and you're already over here trying to marry them and everything without even coming here and live here first. You have to know what life is about here. How is life? How do I survive? Is this how I do things? You need to know the laws a little bit too. Uh, Meet her family first. Meet her family. It's obvious that he didn't even meet the family. He just boom. He met. It's like he came and boom. Let's do it.
You would have did at that point?
I would have, when that happened, I would have had to sit down and talk to her and tell her, look, this isn't going to work. I also would have waited much longer to get married, if at all. Be very careful if you get married over here, because there is no divorce. The best and easiest way is to go back to the U.S. and get divorced,
right,
and bring your paperwork back here. But that's also expensive. I mean, just the flight alone is going to cost $1,200, $1,500.
Yeah, exactly.
So be extremely careful. Be patient. Don't get so excited that you're with some young, beautiful girl who's 20, 25 years younger than you.
He just gave advice to all his own mistakes. Be careful. Take your time. Build a connection. Like, bro, you're 50 something years old. You should know this. Like, why would anyone, blame her? No, blame yourself. Blame yourself. You're especially if you're the older one in the relationship. If you're 25 years older than her, you're the one that should be like, okay, I'm gonna take this slow. We're gonna have to do this, like that. You should be the more knowledgeable, okay? So this is why things happen, because people don't act their age, and they don't think with this, they think with that.
That's the advice I can give. Just check everything out. I mean, you can even have, PSA lawyers or something check out
Right.
her status. Being here, I love living here. I follow him all the time, watching his videos, and I should a bunch of veterans. You know, and you meet expats all the time.
Yeah.
Being here, I love living.
Anyways, guys, remember to hapak the like button, Mexican in the Philippines. Anyways, guys, you already know what he said. He just contradicted himself. Everything that the red flags, that's what he's talking about. All right. He didn't even put in the work to search, to discover, to find information about the Philippines. He just packed the bags and flew to the PH to get in the. That's the wrong way to do it, my buddies. That's the wrong way to do it. Anyways, guys, remember to comment what you think on this situation. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts and my reactions on this situation and my little bit of tips. I hope you understand. Don't be this guy. Don't be him. All right. Don't be him, and join my retire young channel membership, guys. And this is where I'll give you all this info that he doesn't know. How much are things over here? What are good for what kind of like jobs? I mean businesses. Everything to retire is right there, guys. So be a compa on the channel and join. All right, guys, we are out of here.